Well, I was very happy with the response from the audience after the screening, and of course, it's such a it's a great experience to see 600 kids watching the film, really paying attention to all the details, and really, I felt like kind of connecting with the characters. So I was very happy with that part, and I was also extremely happy about the Q&A and the quality of the questions. I think there were some very profound, questions. The audience asked like, what is the feeling behind the story, or who is the most important character in the story? Kind of a very basic things, but things that you don't hear from adults, in press screenings or something. So I think this is the thing that makes the whole festival, the Giffoni experience, so special. Well, I think it's important to tell stories to both adults and kids. And I think for kid audience, basically you can tell the same stories, you handle the same kind of emotions, you have the same kind of story problems, but you just have to pay a bit more attention to details, and especially the emotional burden that you kind of give to the kids, and also make sure that you kind of solve the storylines properly so that it doesn't leave any kind of open endings or depressing details or anything that would kind of make kids worried after the screening. But I think there are no limits with the stories you can tell. I've seen, actually in Giffoni, when I was here last time, 2009, I saw a very strong, very depressing story from Iran. And I was just very impressed with the film, but I was even more impressed with the kids who were completely quiet during the screening. And after the screening, you just had this massive applause, and once again, great questions for Q&A. But they were just clearly very moved, but they were able to kind of handle all the complex emotions, and it just felt like, the kids as an audience can be very rewarding for a filmmaker. Well, I hope our movie, it's a story about young kids who kind of question the tradition of having to compete for the position in the flying forces. They kind of challenge the rules that adults have kind of followed for years, for centuries almost. So I think that's the message for kids, that you have to kind of, if you see that something might be wrong here, you have to make the questions and you have to make your own statements. And that's how you change the world. Because I think, I'm an old man, so I think that the world actually needs some change, and it will come from the young people. Basically, I'm a filmmaker, we just make films, and then it's up to the world to react whichever way they see fit. So I was very happy to get the invitation to be here, because I know this is one of the best festivals for young audience, and definitely one of the best festivals for filmmakers, because you really get to see your film that is made for kids with the kids. So I think I'm just extremely happy to be here.